Alright, so I've made a lot of videos on this car. Well, a good bit on this car. This would be in the Cadillac, which I'll show it off at the beginning. I mean, you've already seen it if you've been following my channel. Let me just back a little bit. I don't know how close it looks to you guys. But there's a little backstory on the car. I've seen the Carfax. The car was bought brand new for the first time. brand new back in 2013 in Miami, Florida. And, you know, there's a few accidents on the report. But according to the report, there was no airbag discharge. The seatbelts all work fine. There is a spot right here where the airbag's under here. I think it's airbag under there, but it's a little separated there. But and I do have an airbag light that's on, so I guess maybe some in there. But now when I got the car here earlier this year, it had 154,000 or something like that miles. Now it's just sitting just over 160,000 miles. I've been driving it back and forth to work, as you know. The interior still looks fairly nice. It's dirty. I haven't cleaned it much since I started driving it. Seats are still in good condition. Still got stuff like this has got to be fixed. That's right here. But that's all that is. Not really important at the moment. Now, I'm going to talk about. I talked before about the pricing of the car, because a new model of a car like this, a new one would be, when I looked, the same mileage, the same trim, everything was closer to $8, $9. Some even going for $10,000. So I guess they hold value pretty well. This one I ended up getting for $3,700 cash, and then I paid $400 instead of Georgia to have it tagged and everything, which isn't too bad. So now every time when I go to get tags, now it'll be $20. So I think it's a win. Versus some places we gotta pay $100 or more. I paid a couple $100 sometimes in the past in Kentucky. So, now the ad, which I don't have anymore, for the car in the marketplace, said that it was going for so cheap because it needed the front suspension needed to be replaced. Which, okay, yeah, it did. We fixed this front suspension, as some of you may have seen in some of the videos talk about it, everything. But there's more to it than that. Parts that we didn't know. We kind of got, I don't know if you'd call it bamboozled. But it didn't want to run very good at all. When we first went down and test drove it, I cannot remember the name of the dealer I bought it from. It was a used car place. But they only done cash buys. They didn't have no financing, nothing like that. And of course, everything is as is once you buy it. While I was there, he ended up telling me that the motor was replaced and the turbo, not new, but replaced with, kind of find out it was more like a junkyard motor. But that's okay, it runs. And once they got it running, they put it for sale. And it was just like that. As soon as they got it running, they posted it for sale to get rid of it. They've been sitting on the car for, I think he said they were sitting on it for a year. And it set for a year before they got it. They got it, it's set, and it wouldn't run except for about a year, I think it was. Then they got it started and running, and they give it to us. You know, that's what came into the picture. So when we first got the vehicle, we started the car, we test drove it. Battery was shot, so they gave us a new battery, which is still in it right now. They put that in with the purchase. We drove the car around a little bit. It run rough, but run. We figured, well, it's been sitting for so long. It's probably just bad gas. It's been set for 2 years, probably the same fuel in it. And it probably wasn't 95 or 93 octane, which car does require or recommend a premium. So I went to the gas station, filled it up, and then I drove it 45 minutes home. No problems at that point. AC was working good, everything. Now, mind you, he did charge the AC while I was there because what we said, it wasn't blowing cold. And he said it was probably because they didn't charge it up once they replaced the motor. So anyway, drove it home. Pretty excited to have a car. Couldn't drive it yet on the highway because it needed front end work done. But it was already insured and already my name, that kind of stuff. A temp tags on it, all that. So in the meantime, we're going back and forth to my brother-in-law's house, who's, well, I jokingly say he's my mechanic because he does most of my mechanical work because he is certified. So the next day I went over there, was going to drive around a little bit with it. It wouldn't run. Just wouldn't run. It would start and run for a little bit, it would die and everything. I threw some money at it with different sensors and stuff. I keep looking over this way, and I apologize for that, but since I've been sitting here, the sun right there, I've watched it drop. Probably, it's kind of hard to shot, but it was more above the roof than that. It was brighter in my face. And since I've been sitting here doing this video for, right now it's been 6.5 minutes, I can already see the difference in the sun is dropping down. But anyway, it's still going down, still dropping. It's kind of weird how you can see that kind of thing when you're sitting still like this. How fast the world turns. But so we done all that, and I bought sensors for it. I bought a boost pressure sensor. I bought a maximum absolute pressure sensor, and everything. It still didn't work. So brother-in-law, we finally got tired of doing all this stuff. He sent it to a dealership. They got it running good by replacing some of the sensors that I already replaced, but they weren't official from the dealership. So maybe there's some different coding. I don't know, but I got it running and got new tires, everything like it. Just the front suspension put in, and that's where it's sitting there right now. Still has its issues, but it runs for the most. It runs decent, you know. You see, I'll show you the mileage on it now. $160 miles at 92. And recently, as a preventative maintenance, pretty much we replaced the tensioner pulley, the whole thing, and the belt, serpentine belt. It's getting a little warmer here now. Been sitting in the car for probably close to 10 minutes. No airflow. It's coming together. It's more of a sleeper if you ask me, because it doesn't look like it's anything, but it is pretty quick. You can see it has a check engine light on, which is coming back to under boost and maximum absolute pressure. I'm not sure if it's a sensor or maybe it was an exhaust leak or something. You hear it ticking. Alright, so as far as the tires go, they are Goodrich Comp 2s. Got a good drop pattern on them. It's got some, some chips here and there, but that's alright. Got the dual, there's probably 1 and 2, this is a 4-cylinder, but I will probably remove this at some point. Lights work. Another look at the tire pattern. The headlight is newer than this one, but I'm probably going to replace both of them and put LEDs in it. Kiki. There's a little ticking going on, and a little ticking. Two ticks. One you can tell is the injectors, because it's the direct injection. The other one sounds top. Sounds in this area here, so it might be the exhaust manifold I'm talking about. I'm not sure. There could be a lifter inside too. So, apart from all of the repairs we've had done, put auto throttle body on it. It came with the hose, this part of the hose from ZZ Performance. This was about $200. The other one wasn't working real good. The hose broke. Trying to put it back, take it back off of one, so let's replace it. And I thought my injectors were fouled up, or my coil pack. So I went and replaced all the coil packs. There's also about $100 right there. And I bought the larger intake hose here, silicone hose. That was the most expensive part of it, $300. And then I put the cane in, dropped the filter in it, helped breathe a little better. And you get the bushings back to hold it down steady. The hood's still in not great shape, but that's okay. Same as right here. There's the cooling fan hasn't kicked on yet. You get a little ticking here. That's normally this right here. But it does get pretty warm sometimes. It has gotten up to the red right here, but then drop back down. That's a new issue there. I gotta figure out what's going on. That's a completely new issue there. Never done it before. It's got a little bit of a rough idle to it, but I guess I figure out what that is as well. If you know anything about these vehicles, and you might be able to point out why it runs so rough, or the ticking noise, if you know anything about it, go ahead and drop in the comments and let me know. I'd be real interested to find out. I'm gonna find out eventually anyway. But anyway, I just want to go and give you a little bit of backstory on the car and how I got it and what I know about it so far. And I always joke to people, because the car came from Miami, it's got all 4 tinted windows, or all the windows tinted. The front windshield, the windshield, the side windows, the back, the roof, they're all tinted. So I often make the joke about it's an ex-drug dealer car. Who knows? Now, typically, when I turn the AC on, it smoothens out. which I don't use the AC all that much recently. Because it hasn't been super hot down here. So I haven't used it that much recently. But yeah, when you use the AC, I guess it puts more draw on the motor, and it makes it work a little harder, so it idles up some more. But anyway, that's gonna wrap up this video. Any comments, anything, just drop them below, and we'll have a conversation about it. Overall, I like the car. It was pretty for what I paid for it, so it's not bad. So anyway, until the next one, y'all have a blessed day or night. See, the sun's down below the roof line now.